Here's tonight's pitching matchup for Cincinnati. It's right-hander Brady Singer. He is 2-6 with a 5.61 ERA. Right-hander Kodai Senga goes to the mound for New York. He's 0-5. His ERA an even 9. The Reds and Mets are up next on the Reds Radio Network.
This is Cincinnati Reds baseball.
The Reds are on the radio.
Reds baseball is brought to you by AAA. At home or on the road, we've got you covered. Bar S Foods, quality meats that are just right. From hot dogs and sausage to deli meats and more, Bar S is just right. Western and Southern Financial Group, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Tri-Health, the official healthcare provider for the Cincinnati Reds. Kroger, fresh for everyone. PNC, the official bank of the Cincinnati Reds. Reds baseball is also brought to you by
the radio.
This is the Reds Radio Network.
Think a printer is just a printer? Think again. Today's multifunction printers store sensitive data, connect to your network, and can be a prime target for hackers. At Modern Office Methods, Cincinnati's authorized RICO dealer, they help you secure your devices with advanced encryption and authentication controls. Mom protects your data with automated deletion of stored documents and detects threats in real time with built-in security alerts. Visit momnet.com to secure your print environment today. Modern Office Methods, secure technology for a secure workplace.
Stuck in a dead-end job? Kick your career into high gear through a building trades apprenticeship. Ohio is calling up the next generation of skilled tradespeople across the state. We're hiring electricians, plumber, pipe fitters, iron workers, sheet metal workers, bricklayers, cement masons, boiler makers, roofers, insulators, laborers, elevator constructors, and painters and glazers. Don't miss your shot at big money and full benefits in a construction apprenticeship. Are you ready to build your future? Start your application today at ohioconstructiontrades.com.
There is a land where excitement meets opportunity every day, where happiness and wonder start to feel like home. A place that makes your heart race at every turn, where a good job and a brighter future are just within reach. Some call this a dream. We call it Kentucky. Your next trip could be your next chapter. So pack up and come see us. It's never been easier to find what moves you in our new Kentucky home. Plan your getaway at KentuckyTourism.com.
Reds fans, ACM and CMA award-winning artist Jon Pardi is coming to Great American Ballpark on Wednesday, July 8th as a part of the Ohio Lottery post-game concert series. Cheer on your Reds as they battle the Phillies and stick around after the game for a live set from country music's California cowboy, Jon Pardi. Plus, you can upgrade your access to a pit field pass for an up-close view. For tickets and more, visit Reds.com/baseball
here at Great American Ballpark. It's game 2 of a 3-game series between the Reds and New York Mets. Now, with all the play-by-play, here's Tommy Thrall.
All right, thanks a lot, Yid. Another beautiful night for baseball. A few clouds overhead. In fact, it's a little overcast and a little breezy, but very comfortable night tonight. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They're presented by St. Elizabeth Healthcare and the Young Family Cancer Center, regional leader in cancer care. Start your cancer game plan today at stelizabeth.com/Reds. And we begin with Carlos Mendoza's visiting New York Mets. Leading things off, the right fielder Carson Bench. Hitting second, the shortstop Bo Bichette. Juan Soto will DH and hit third. Batting fourth, the first baseman Jared Young. A.J. Ewing plays center field and bats fifth. Hitting sixth, the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Brett Beatty's the third baseman. He hits seventh. Batting eighth, the left fielder, M.J. Melendez, and Francisco Alvarez will catch and bat ninth, and Kodai Senga will start on the mound for Terry Francona's Redlegs. The Reds lead off with the center fielder, Blake Dunn, hitting second, the left fielder, J.J. Bleday. At first base, hitting third, Sal Stewart. Nathaniel Lowe will DH and bat fourth. Hitting fifth, the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. The right fielder, Spencer Steer, hits sixth. Tyler Stevenson will catch and bat seventh. Hitting eighth, the shortstop, Matt McClain. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Edwin Arroyo. Brady Singer starts on the mound for the Reds. Here's your umpires tonight. At home plate, Carlos Torres, Nate Tomlinson's at first, Jacob Metz at second, and the crew chief, Mark Wegner, around at third. Pleased as always to be joined by the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley. I'm Tommy Thrall. Great to be with you tonight. Cowboy Brady Singer threw the ball much better his last time out. See if he can replicate that tonight.
Yeah, last two starts for Singer. The breaking ball has been better. It's had later bite, more downward than across. Singer with the fastball location, much better against the Padres in his last start. He'll need that tonight because he's got to keep these Mets in the ballpark.
It's the Reds and Mets. Hope you enjoy it tonight from Great American Ballpark. Let's play. First pitch presented by Cincinnati Children's, changing the outcome together. Carson Benj will lead things off. Singer's first pitch to Benj is a little bit low on a first pitch fastball, and it's 1-0. 74 degrees is tonight's Timstar game time temperature. Get complete home comfort with the Timstar heating and cooling system. Find your local Timstar dealer at timstar.com. Fastball this time at the knees across for a strike. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike on the leadoff man, Carson Benj. First round pick back in 2024 out of Oklahoma State, where he was a two-way player, and he takes a slider down and in. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. He was 1 for 5 with a strikeout last night, was Carson Benj. The 2-1. Benj swings, hits it on one hop right at Suarez, who is tied at third on the infield grass. Fires in plenty of time to get Benj at first, and there's one down.
And it had to be right at Suarez. Anywhere else, that ball's in the left field.
Sharply hit, but fortunately hit the Reds' third baseman for the first out, and now Bo Bichette will be the batter. Bichette had a nice night last night. Of course, he's had a lot of those here lately. Hitting .413 in his last 11. He's hit safely in 5 straight. 3 hits last night, 2 doubles. The first pitch to Bichette in tight. Backs out of the way of a first pitch fastball. And the right-handed hitter ahead of the count. 1 ball and no strikes against Brady Singer. Singer's making his 14th start of the year. 2-6, a 5.61 ERA. Here he comes with the 1-0 in tight again to Bichette. It's a 2 ball, no strike count.
Well, I guess the idea tonight is to pitch Bichette in on his hands.
It would certainly seem to be so,
because the first 2 pitches almost hit him in the hand.
Singer's 2-0. And now he spins a breaking ball. And Bichette was backing out on that pitch, and it came back and caught plenty of the plate for a called strike, 2-1. Singer's a smart pitcher. Now the 2-1 pitch. And that one back in on the hands, and Bichette pops it into the seats beyond the Reds' first base dugout foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We have seen Bichette time and time again in this ballpark shoot that ball towards that right center field gap right at the 370 sign on a rope.
Chased one out of the zone on his knuckles there. It's 2-2, and here's Singer's 2-2 pitch, and Bichette reaches for it. Hits it softly towards short. McLean charges. Low throw. Picked it first by Stewart in time to get Bichette.
That's a nice play by Matt McLean. As soon as the ball was hit, he was very aggressive towards that third baseline, coming kind of towards home plate. If you don't get to that ball in that kind of hurry, you probably don't get Bichette, and Bichette really doesn't run that well.
2 men are out, and the batter is Juan Soto. Snapped a stretch of 4 straight 2-hit games last night, going 0 for 2. He did walk a couple of times and struck out. The first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. The count is 0-1. It had been a while since he had struck out, though. Soto's just a good hitter. He's hitting .290 on the year, 15 home runs, and he's driven in 34. The 0-1. And Soto leans back out of the way of a cutter too high. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
I'd say he's better than a good hitter.
Well,
he's definitely one that grabs your attention when he steps in the box.
Yeah, he does. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a bouncing ball down the first base line. It is just foul. Ball and 2 strikes. In fact, we saw Juan Soto before the game today during batting practice talking to both Ellie De La Cruz and Noel V. Marte. I hope they were taking some good notes. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Soto. Singer's 1-2 pitch, way high and outside. That's the thing. We've seen enough of Juan Soto now over the years. Even when you get to 2 strikes, you still don't feel comfortable facing it. That's how dangerous he is. Singer's home with a 2-2. Breaking ball a little bit low, and the count fills up 3 balls and 2 strikes.
I was laughing because the ball that was hit foul, Sal Stewart turned to throw it to the bat boy down the right field line, and he threw it over his head. So that meant the bat boy had to run all the way down the corner to go get the ball.
3-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a fastball up and away. Soto's down on strikes. Singer works a 1-2-3 first inning. And we go to the bottom of the first. It's the Mets nothing, Reds coming up on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
Save big money on your next painting project when you shop at Menards. Get long-lasting color with Pittsburgh's grand distinction exterior paint and primer in one. It's highly dirt-resistant and provides a mildew-resistant coating. Save big money on all Pittsburgh paints. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dreams to life, 1 gallon at a time. Stop by your local Menards and get your project started today.
Save big money at Menards. Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds, white, and blue getaway at visitcincy.org.
Back off the injured list tonight. His first pitch is a little bit too high for ball one. And Cowboy...
0-4 with a 9 ERA. That's going to answer your question before you even ask it.
He's making his 6th start. Here's his 1-0 pitch to Blake Dunn. And it's a strike at the knees. Now, you know, sometimes the numbers don't tell the whole story.
I think they do with this fella. Because over the last year, he has not been good.
1 ball, 1 strike on Dunn. Senga from the belt, kicks and throws, and it's outside to Dunn. 2 balls, 1 strike. If you're the Reds, how do you attack him and make sure that he just continues to struggle?
Make him throw the ball over the plate. I mean, makes it pretty simple.
And that's what they did last night. Here's the 2-1. Dunn swings, pops it into the air. High down the right field line, twisting toward the seats. Long run binge. He'll run out of room, as will the first baseman, Jared Young. Well back into the stands. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count on Dunn.
You know, I've noticed with Dunn here in the last 3 or 4 ball games, and he's struggled in the last 3 or 4 ball games. Right before the pitcher delivers the ball to the plate, he does kind of this abbreviated squat where he's going down in his stance. He did not do that when he was going hot. He stayed tall and he stayed through the ball. Right now, he's squatting before the pitch comes to the plate. That needs to be fixed.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Dunn. He swings, sends this down the left field line, and it is foul. Not what you would see T.J. Friedel do. It's more as the pitch comes in, he starts to.
As he loads, he's squatting, and he didn't do that earlier.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Dunn.
Because when you squat, your head moves. That means your eyes move.
Now the 2-2. And Dunn takes off the inside corner. He was 1 for 5 with a double and a stolen base and a run scored last night. He is just 1 for his last 13. Payoff pitch to Dunn. Swung on, and that's fouled back. Still a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Because you remember early when we saw Dunn getting some starts on a regular basis, everything was right back through the middle. Right now, because of the squat, he's swinging up on the ball. That's why he's popping the ball up rather than squaring it back up the box.
Senga deals the payoff pitch. In too tight, Dunn works a walk. So good speed aboard for the Reds to begin the ball game tonight. After Brady Singer retired the Mets 1-2-3 in the top of this first inning. The Reds have a leadoff walk, and now J.J. Bleday has homered in each of his last 2 games. He is tied for the team lead with 13 home runs. Hitting .272, 34 driven in to go with the 13 bombs.
Senga is counting on you to swing early. If you work the count, you can do exactly what Dunn just did.
Senga comes set, fires. And the first pitch to J.J. Bleday is a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike. Now, the Mets had David Peterson available at their disposal in the bullpen in last night's game to kind of eat up some innings.
Not anymore.
He is not an option, nor is Jonathan Pintaro, who went 3 2/3. Dunn got a huge start, stops. Now the pitch to Bleday is down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dunn trying to time up Kodai Senga. You can tell he has designs on stealing.
Yeah, both of the guys that you just mentioned are the 2 long men in the Mets bullpen. Now, they do pretty well if you give them a lead after 7 or going into the 7th. But trying to cover those middle innings, that's a little problem.
Senga sets. Here's the 1-1 pitch to J.J. Bleday, and it's off the outside corner. Fastball. The count is 2 balls and a strike. One of the keys for Senga is usually he's got a pretty good fastball when he's going good. He has not had that. And he's been in the low to mid 90s so far in this game. Early on, the 2-1 pitch. And it's down and in. Cutter. It's a 3 ball, 1 strike count, and Francisco Alvarez rather sheepishly taps his cap.
They call a ball.
So he wants to challenge it, kind of. He didn't seem sold on it. And it was a ball out low.
The Mets have 1 challenge remaining.
Well, that kind of tells you a little something right there, too, because Alvarez is trying to bail his pitcher out. He can already tell that Kodai Senga is fighting for it. Or at least struggling. Maybe fighting himself. 3-1 on J.J. Bleday. Senga's 3-1 pitch. Long hold. Now here he comes. And he misses low. Ball 4 and back-to-back walks for Kodai Senga to start the ball game.
Now here's the issue, Tommy, that you have to guard against. You know that Senga is not going to throw you strikes consistently. So you can't come to the plate once you get runners aboard and in scoring position and start to turn aggressive, because he's not going to throw the ball over the plate after the first pitch. He's going to make you try to chase just off the edges.
So basically,
he doesn't change with runners on base. He's just going to continue to throw the way he throws.
Look for 1 pitch in 1 spot. Otherwise, just let it go. Here's Sal Stewart. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch to Stewart, and it's in the dirt. Cutter. That was a non-competitive first pitch here to Sal Stewart. It's 1-0. Sal tied with Bleday for the team lead in home runs. 26 extra base hits, lead major league rookies. He's hitting .247. 43 knocked in, 1 for 4 last night. Senga sets ready. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Stewart swings and fouls it away.
Well, here's the note that I read in the MLB package that we got. July 11th last year, Senga was injured on a throw from Pete Alonso covering first base. Up until that point, a 2.54 ERA. After that point, ERA almost 7.
1 ball, 1 strike. Stewart takes low, Cutter, and it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. I mean
that's almost a year.
Do you think that he just never recovered, or just never could quite get back in the groove?
I think he hurt his back when he jammed the hamstring at the same time.
2 balls, 1 strike on Stewart. Senga fires. And Stewart lunges high, deep, left field, and gone off the facade of the second deck. 3-0 Reds on a Sal Stewart bomb. 3 batters into the game.
Oh, boy.
So kind of like that.
Yeah, look for that bit.
That was a sinker that didn't get down over the heart of the plate, and Sal Stewart sent it to left. Wow. That was cranked. Still nobody out. Now Nathaniel Lowe will take his cuts. Senga is pitched to Lowe. Strike on the outside corner. First pitch fastball, 0-1 on Nathaniel. First pitch fastball, 0-1 on Nathaniel Lowe.
That's by far the fastest pitch that we've seen out of Senga, or anybody's seen out of Senga. That pitch was 96.
Here he comes with the 0-1 pitch to Lowe. In off the plate. Another one at 96, and the count evens at 1 ball and one strike on Lowe. 257, 9 home runs, 25 RBIs, 18 extra base hits for Nathaniel Lowe on the year. But he doesn't have any yet. In the month of June. Pitch to him. He swings, hits it, hits this in the air, short center field. On the run, the center fielder Ewing dives, and he makes a spectacular headlong diving catch.
That was a great play by A.J. Ewing. Not only did he have to come forward a long way, but he's coming right at the ball. He's got to dive forward backhand style. It's a heck of a play.
Great play by Ewing for the first out here in the first inning. Now Eugenio Suarez, after a career night last night, batting for the first time tonight. Suarez, 6 RBIs in a game for the first time in his career. It was his first grand slam that he hit in the second inning last night. First grand slam in a Reds uniform since 2018. Pitch is way too high. 1-0 the count on Suarez.
He did get traded out of here.
Well, I know that. It's been a while, but that kind of gives you an idea how long it's been. Swinging the ground ball foul, third base side. And how much we've been missing him.
We like those 2 homer games.
Mm-hmm. 2-run home run in the first inning, a 4-run shot in the second inning. Senga delivers, and Suarez swings through a cutter down. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was that of the 3-run variety off the bat of Sal Stewart in this inning to get the Reds scoring started. 1-2 pitch, and it's fork ball in the dirt inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three nothing Reds early. Mets are probably thinking it's deja vu. That'd be all right. Senga's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Went after a high cutter, and Suarez is down on strikes. 2 gone here in the first, and that'll bring up Spencer Steer. Last night, it was a 3-run first inning capped by Suarez's 3-run home run. Actually, it was a 2-run home run, excuse me. Steer was the one that actually drove in the Reds' first run last night on an RBI groundout. Pitch to Steer here is a little bit high on the inside corner. That was at 98 from Kodai Senga. 1-0 on Steer. Senga is home with a 1-0 pitch. Steer takes strike. Top of the zone, the inside edge. 1-1. I mean, it's almost as though Senga's
turned into a different pitcher.
Yeah, I've had enough of this. Here's his 1-1. Up too high. Fastball 98 again.
We didn't see any of this for the first 3 batters of the game.
Not even close.
I mean, the only thing that was 98 was the ball off the facade out there in left field.
Senga's 2-1 pitch to Spencer Steer. And he just did miss a little bit low, I guess, with that fastball.
I thought he was going to challenge it.
He wanted to.
He's talking to home plate umpire. He being Francisco Alvarez, talking with the home plate umpire Carlos Torres.
It was not really that low. 3 balls, 1 strike on Steer. Senga's 3-1, and Steer fouls it away off to the right side. But Alvarez already challenged one this inning and lost. You hate to lose both challenges
in the first inning, top or bottom of the first inning.
That's tough. Makes for a long day in this day and age. Senga's home with a payoff pitch. And Steer swings, sends a high fly ball, left center field, fairly well hit. Back on it, Ewing, he leaps, that's gone! Just over the 379 sign. deep left center field. Spencer Steer goes deep.
Welcome back, Spencer Steer.
4-0 Reds on Steer's 11th home run of the year. He was 1 for his last 29. That one hit was a homer. And now he's 2 for his last 30 with 2 homers. And that'll prompt a visit from the Mets third base dugout. And see, Cowboy, that was a fastball that leaked down into the heart of the plate about thigh high, and it was only 95.
Well, you could see Ewing. He was at the wall. As a matter of fact, I think Ewing thought he was going to catch that ball, and he just ran out of room. The ball just continued to carry.
Nothing like seeing an outfielder call for a ball that's a home run.
Yeah, I mean, I think he really thought he was going to catch it.
Because he was calling for it.
Oh, yeah. He called off Soto. He was holding his hand up as if to say, you can stop now.
And then he just ran out of real estate. Steer putting that one into the first row out there by that 379 sign after a visit from Justin Willard in the translator. Senga back to work now against Tyler Stevenson. 2 first-inning home runs for the Reds. The pitch to Stevenson's a cutter down and away. Cut on and missed, though. Strike 1. Stevenson had a nice night. He scored twice, going 2 for 4 in that ball game. He'd had a tough couple of ball games before that. 0-1. Senga fires, and Stevenson takes down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler Stevenson. 4-0 Reds in the first. Reds were teeing off last night. They're back at it again tonight. Boy, that's good to see. So often it seems like you see a big offensive outpouring, and the next day you lay an egg. The pitch. Strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stevenson.
You're kind of at a point in the season where it's put up or shut up.
Right.
I mean, you can't keep losing, because then your front office has to start selling. You got to win to be able to add. That's just the way it works.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And Senga's home with a 1-2 pitch to Tyler Stevenson. In the dirt outside of that, leaving the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You really don't want to see this group sell, because they came into this season not with postseason aspirations. They had hopes of competing for a division title. Or so too did the Mets. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Tyler Stevenson. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The inning is over, but a couple of homers. A 3-run blast from Stewart. A solo shot from Steer. 4-0 Reds at the end of 1 on the Reds Radio Network. To an explosive start this night, just as they were last night. 3 first-inning runs in game 1 of this series. The Reds of this night said, I will see your 3 and raise you 1. 4-0 in favor of the Reds as the Mets bat here in the second inning. Jared Young, A.J. Ewing, Marcus Semien against Brady Singer. Has a little bit of breathing room now. Singer's first pitch on the way to Young is right on the inside corner at the knees. Called a strike, 0-1. Jared Young missed about a month of the year with a torn meniscus. It's a pretty quick recovery time, it feels like, after you tear your meniscus. He was the last guy to make the team out of spring training. Swing and a miss and a slider down, and he's behind the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Wasn't up here long before he got hurt. Now the 0-2 off the inside corner. Returned about mid to late May, and now here he is hitting .253, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. 0 for 3 last night. The 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to McLean. He'll backhand it. That's short. Throw to first in time to get the out. So Young retired. There's 1 gone in the second. That'll bring A.J. Ewing to the plate. Western and Southern Financial Group wants to strike out cancer. Every time a Reds pitcher strikes out a batter, Western and Southern donates to support cancer research, education, and care in the greater Cincinnati area. When it comes to fighting cancer, we're all in this together. Singer's retired the first 4 Mets that he's faced so far in this game. So he goes to work against Ewing. He was 0 for 3 last night with a walk. Ewing already a great catch in this game. The pitch cut on and missed. Of course, there's some cloud cover tonight, and you can't help but wonder if he makes that catch that he made in the first inning last night when the sun was shining down on him.
Been a little bit more difficult.
0-1 pitch.
Great play, though.
Yep. Ewing checks his swing. It's a strike anyway. 0-2 on A.J. Ewing.
Yeah, I think he was having a tough time finding the ball yesterday with that sun in his eyes.
Oh, all kinds of trouble, especially in the first inning or so. Here's the 0-2, and Ewing takes strike 3 call. Throws him with a sinker. Singer has the second strikeout of the ball game. Now 2 gone here in the second inning.
Well, when you use an unsuccessful challenge in the first inning, you put your hitters in kind of a bit of limbo, because if you challenge now and you're not right on it, it's over. You don't have any left.
Right. I mean, that was a borderline pitch. Now Marcus Semien takes strike 1. It's a pretty big offseason acquisition for the Mets. Semien acquired from the Rangers for Brandon Nimmo. This is a guy that's a 3-time All-Star. He's got a couple of silver sluggers, a pair of gold gloves. The pitch, Semien takes strike 2. And he's behind the count 0-2, but he's only hit .215 so far this year with the Mets. 9 home runs, 26 driven in. Another acquisition for the Mets that just hasn't done what they were hoping for when they got him. 0-2 pitch. Semien takes in the dirt outside, a breaking ball and a ball and 2 strikes. And it wasn't that long ago that he was an All-Star, most recently 2024, so he's not that far removed from his last of 3 All-Star appearances. 1-2 pitch. Semien takes strike 3 called. Got him looking, and Semien wants to challenge.
Well, that might not be a good challenge.
That could be a bad one. Looked like a good pitch.
That is a challenge, a call for strike.
Semien looking into the Mets dugout, grimacing, realizing, oh, we only got 1.
Well, now you got none.
None. Strike 3. Just did shave the outside corner. Singer works another 1-2-3 inning. 4-0 Reds.
All through baseball season with BetMGM, an exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions. Visit the BetMGM Sportsbook at the banks on game days for the best Reds tailgating. And BetMGM is the best place to make your favorite baseball bets. Sign up today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
Reds fans, what if you didn't have to choose between the celebration and the memory? With even non-alcoholic cocktails, you get both. Bold taste, 0 alcohol, so you can stay sharp, social, and in the moment. Whether you're catching the game or closing out the night, Even keeps the good times going. Proudly distributed by Topics, your hometown partner delivering today's top brands across the Cincinnati tri-state area. Big enough to deliver, local enough to care. Find Even at drinkeven.co or your favorite retailer.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk.
Life can throw a lot at us, but through all the ups and downs, your financial future will be ever gentle on your mind with Western and Southern. From life insurance to investments, our one-on-one guidance is customized for your needs today and in the future. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com/rest assured to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. For Father's Day, skip the tie, ship Dad graters instead. Ship frozen to his door anywhere in the country. Sweet Summer Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graters.com. Taste the greatest. Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graters.com. Taste the greatest.
Matt McClain will lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. 4-0 in favor of the Redlegs. McClain didn't have a hit last night, but he was on base a lot. He was on 3 times with 2 walks and a hit by pitch. First ball swinging here to Cutter from Senga, and he comes up empty, 0-1. Well, the Reds playing long balls is nothing new. They've been doing it a lot, especially here lately. Senga ready with the 0-1 pitch to McClain, and here it comes. Off the outside corner with the cutter. The count is even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Reds have hit 70 home runs coming into tonight over their last 48 ball games, tied for 4th most in all of Major League Baseball over that span. So the Reds have been dialing it up long distance here lately. McClain goes the other way with a fly ball on a 1-1 pitch, and it'll settle into the glove of the right fielder Carson Binge for the first out here in the second. 1 out, and now Edwin Arroyo as we look at tonight's Reds Hall of Fame and Museum trivia question of the game. It's Reds Mets trivia this series. What member of the 1976 World Champion Reds, who also played for the Mets during his career, has the distinction of being the only player in Major League history to have hits for 2 different Major League teams on the same day? A.
Joel Youngblood.
B. George Foster, or C. George Youngblood. Swinging a high pop foul, third base side, over near the dugout. It's Brett Beatty to make the catch, and on 1 pitch, Edwin Arroyo is the second.
I didn't know if I got that fast enough for you.
You did. You got it in there. And so I assume we're going to be saying C.
We are.
2 down, back at the top of the order. Here's Blake Dunn. That's 2 in a row.
I played with Joel Youngblood. And he was one of my coaches when I was here with the Reds.
Come on, no way.
Yes.
How about that? Is it weird having a former teammate as a coach?
No, it was actually pretty cool.
Blake Dunn up the pitch.
Because you already trusted him.
There, that's good. It's true. But you know, some guys change when they coach.
They do. He didn't.
That's good. 1-0 on Dunn. You also had a chance to play for a manager that you played with, didn't you? The 1-0. It was maybe a rehab assignment, but it still counts.
Yeah, that was Double-A when I was with the Cardinals. Chris Maloney.
2-0 on Blake Dunn. Nobody on, 2 out.
He almost left me off the card.
That would have been ungood. Senga is home with a 2-0 to Dunn. And he misses badly down and away. It's 3-0. He walked him his first time up.
Yeah, see, I think those at-bats by Dunn and Blade is really what forced Senga back into the zone, and it resulted in the 2 home runs. I think early hitters in the inning, they set up those home runs late.
3-0. And Dunn takes a strike. Fastball on the inside corner around the knees. It's 3-1. Well, you got to commend Sal Stewart and Spencer Steer for getting a pitch to drive and then not missing it when you get it.
Right.
Being ready for it. They were. Oh, boy, were they. Here's the 3-1 to Dunn. Swung on, and he fouls back the fastball. Full count, 3-2. That's the other key part of it. Sit on something and be ready to get it. Full count, 3-2. Bases empty, 2 outs. Reds are up 4-0. Reds second. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Dunn shoots it the other way toward the line. Slicing toward the corner on the run. Carson Binge will reach out and make the catch near the line. The inning is over. Reds are up and down in order in the second. We're through 2 with the Reds up 4-0 here at Great American Ballpark on the Reds Radio Network.
Top of the third inning here at Great American Ballpark. Right-hander Brady Singer going to work against the Mets. Bottom of the order, Beatty, Melendez, Alvarez. Reds leading 4-0 here early in this one. First pitch fastball over the outside corner. That is strike one. Sal Stewart with a 3-run home run in the first, followed by a 2-run solo shot, or 2-out solo shot by Spencer Steer. That hits Beatty in the right foot, and he will be the first Mets base runner here this ball game. Right off the front shin. That couldn't have felt good. Looked like a slider from Singer. He just held on to it a bit too long. So Beatty is a leadoff base runner. It's M.J. Melendez stepping to the plate. Melendez, a left-handed hitter, hitting in the designated hitter spot here tonight. Singer from the set. And to the plate he comes. Tapper foul at home plate. Well, Melendez gets some kind of swing off. He swings like he's hitting in the number 4 spot for the 27 Yankees. He just doesn't make as much contact as those fellas. No ball, 1 strike count. And back to the plate, Singer. And he misses just a tad high with a fastball there. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Singer back to the plate. Ground ball right to Arroyo at second, to McLean on to first. They won't get him. Melendez hustling all the way down the line. That was not a tailor-made double play ball. Arroyo had to move towards the first base bag and then pivot. He threw a strike to McLean at second base. Those two fellas turned it over about as fast as you can, but Melendez hustling all the way.
Yeah, Melendez with good speed had it on display there. Now, if he's just coasting down the line, it's an easy double play. That was not the case.
So 1 down. That'll bring Alvarez to the plate with Melendez at first base. Melendez does not have a stolen base on the year. He has been caught once. Big swing by Alvarez. Strike 1. Well, I really thought this guy, when he got to the big leagues, he was going to be some kind of hitter. It has not been the case. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. A fastball upstairs, and he is late. No ball, 2 strike count. One down here in the Mets. Top of 3.
Well, if you're looking for a double play ball, this is a good candidate. Nobody's hit into more of them than Alvarez.
And Singer with that sinker might qualify here.
Could be a good combo.
No ball, 2-strike count. Back to the plate he comes. He'll miss high with a fastball. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count here to the number 9 batter and catcher for the Mets, Alvarez. Francisco does have 5 home runs on the year, but he's hitting at a .238 clip. Singer back to the plate. And a looping liner over the head of Suarez into left field. Melendez will have to shut it down at second base. So the Mets have a couple of batters aboard, and they head back to the top of the order with 1 out. Here's Carson Bench.
Well, it wasn't exactly a real balanced swing there from Alvarez. Kind of had his backside out, lunging for that. Just did get the end of the bat on it. Almost one-handed that. And threw it out there into left field.
Yeah, that breaking ball just kind of stayed up. So here's Bench. Bench hit the ball sharply, but he hit it right at Suarez his first go-round. And he'll take a pitch just a bit downstairs, a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strike count. Singer back to the plate. Popped up high into the air. Back behind shortstop. Out is McLean, in is Blade. Blade will take it 2 down. Now this is where things get interesting. Because the last thing you want to do if you're any opposing pitcher against this Mets club is to face Bichette or Soto with runners aboard, and I don't care how many outs you got. And here's Bo Bichette. He has been the hottest Mets hitter as of late, and he will bat with 2 outs, runners at first and second base. Singer got him to ground to shortstop in his first at bat, and a breaking ball will miss outside, and it's a 1 ball, no strike count. Bichette, a .245 batter, came into the ball game 10 for his last 21. There's a base hit into center field. That will score Melendez. Quickly to it is done. He gets the ball back into McLean. It's now a 4-1 Reds lead. Give Bo Bichette his 41st RBI of the year. And with 2 outs, that'll bring Juan Soto to the plate. It was a fastball up and away. Bichette just took it right back from where it came from. Alvarez at second. Bichette at first. The ever dangerous Juan Soto at the plate. The fastball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strike count.
Kind of felt like maybe Singer got away with a pitch facing Soto the first time around. You don't get to say that very often with this guy in the box.
Here's the 1-0, and it's going to miss up and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
You could say, well, see if you can get him to chase something out of the zone, but he hardly ever does that.
Doesn't do that much. Well, you're going to pick your poison here. You're either going to face Soto with a 2-0 count. Well, now it's 3-0. That pitch misses down and in with runners at first and second, or you'll face Jared Young with the bases loaded, and it appears that's where we're headed.
I think it's rare, but I think I would take that.
3 ball, no strike count. If you're not going after him on the first pitch, you surely don't want to go from a 3-0 count and let him box you in. And that'll catch the outside corner. A slider over the back just catches the outside edge.
He wanted to challenge that. He didn't realize the Mets were out of challenges. They would have been out again because that was a strike.
Three ball, 1 strike count. That's going to miss down in. That is definitely ball 4. Down to first will head Soto. And that'll make the bases loaded for the Mets with their cleanup batter Jared Young heading to the plate. And out to the mound is assistant pitching coach Matt Tracy. Stevenson, Singer, and Tracy all in a bit of a huddle on the hill. Jared Young grounded right to McLean his first time up. Left-handed hitter. Likes to shoot the ball the other way. But as you mentioned, Tommy, he's had some knee issues, and you just wonder how stable are the legs after coming back so quickly from the issue with the knee.
I had to read that a couple of times.
Well, Singer has to go get him here. There's no place to put Jared Young. Here's the first pitch, and it's going to miss upstairs, and it's a 1-ball, no strike count.
I'm not saying I expect a guy to miss a year, but a month seems like
rather quick.
Yeah, pretty short stint.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball down and in. And boy, Young had a healthy hack at that one. He wasn't looking to go the other way there. He was looking to hit that in the seats in right field. 1-ball, 1 strike count. Singer with a 4-1 lead. Mets with the bases loaded and 2 down. Pitch up and away. 2 balls and a strike here to Young.
Well, that's the thing. If you are going to be careful with Soto like Singer was, now you've got to go after this guy.
Young settles in. Singer back to the plate. Strike over the outside corner. Two-seamer just caught the edge right at the top of the strike zone. You could see Young kind of shaking his head after the pitch was called a strike, but that makes it 2 balls and 2 strike. Now to Young. Singer trying to wiggle out of it. Ground ball foul down the first base line on a breaking ball down and in. Not exactly the chance you wanted to run into after having a 4-0 lead. After 1, the pitch. Tapper foul at home plate. Slider again from Singer, this time down and away, and Young able to spoil it. No place to put him. Singer comes back set, looking at second base. Now the pitch. Popped up high into the air, back behind second. McLean calling for it, waving his arms. He's got it. And Singer wiggles out of it here in the third. Bottom of 3 coming up. Reds leading the Mets.
And FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game. And if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hey, Reds fans! United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Your business is molded by your industry, and your advisors should be too. At Dean Dorton, we take an industry-first approach, building teams of specialists who understand your field inside and out. That means guidance that's informed, relevant, and practical insight you won't get from the standard firm. No second guessing, no we'll get back to you. Just clear, high-level advice from professionals who work in your industry every day. Learn more at deandorton.com/Reds. That's deandorton.com/Reds.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds have a home run deal for you. Right now, get 40% off our Comfort 365 windows. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an extra $1,000 off a sunroom with promo code GOREDS. Call our scheduled estimate online at ChampionsafeNow.com. Call our scheduled estimate online at ChampionsafeNow.com.
Kodai Senga back to the hill. Gave up 4 runs in the Reds' first inning, 2 home runs. 3-run shot by Sal Stewart got the Reds on the board, and Spencer Steer hit one out of left center field with 2 down in the inning. Put the Reds out in front 4-0. Mets played their lone run of the ball game thus far in the top of this inning. Now the Reds will go back to work. J.J. Bleday steps to the plate. He walked his first time up. Backdoor breaking ball catches the heart of the plate. Bleday will take that for strike 1. Senga from the set. The pitch, split finger downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Senga out of the stretch all the time, and let me tell you something, he is not in a hurry. Here's the pitch. Tapper foul off to the first base side. It's almost as though he's waiting for the clock to wind down. He wants to deliver each pitch with about 1 second left. Comes to the set, back to the plate, and he'll turn it loose. Fouled to the left side, a fastball up and in. And what's interesting, Tommy, and you and I noticed this at the same time, after the Sal Stewart home run, Senga began to throw the ball 97-98.
Yeah.
Did not do that to the first 3 batters of the ball game. Here's the 1-2. And it's lifted into center field. On is Ewing. He's got it easily. 1 down.
You know, there's something to be said for leaving a little something in the tank and not throwing every pitch max effort. But sometimes you have to elevate when you start to get into trouble. And it wasn't until he was in deep trouble that he started to kind of figure that out.
Here's Sal Stewart. Homered his first time up. He got a hold of it. Fastball in off the plate. 1 ball, no strike count. Well, Senga came into the ball game, has not won this year. And this is his 6th start of the year. His ERA is 9 even. That ought to tell you all you need to know. Breaking ball down and away. It's a 2 ball, no strike count.
He has done nothing to help those numbers so far tonight.
This is his first start since April 26th. The pitch. And that'll bounce to the plate, a cutter down and away. And it does not appear that he wants any part of Sal Stewart here in this at-bat. 3 ball, no strike count. 1 down for the Reds here in the 3rd. And Senga will turn it loose. Fastball upstairs. That's ball 4. 4 consecutive pitches, none competitive. That'll bring Nathaniel Lowe to the plate. Now Lowe lined out to center on a phenomenal play by the Mets center fielder A.J. Ewing. I mean, Ewing on that play, if he makes any kind of false step, even a split second of indecision, he doesn't get to that ball. It took everything he had to get there. Senga turns it loose, and that's going to be high. Another fastball out of the zone. 1 ball, no strike count. Senga with a long set. And he'll turn it loose. And he'll catch the upper inside corner there with a cutter. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Type of pitcher they made the pitch clock for.
Yeah, you wonder how long he would actually take if he didn't have a clock that made him get ready to throw. To the plate. And he's going to miss inside here.
I'm glad we don't have to find that out.
Well, the problem that you have is you're looking at all of the defensive players. They all have their hands on their hips. They're kind of stirring at the dirt on the infield. The outfielders are kind of looking into the stands waiting on this guy to pitch. And to the plate he comes, and it will be fouled straight back. Just underneath our booth behind home plate. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That makes it very hard to be ready to make a play when you're playing behind a guy like this.
Senga from the set. Again, the long pause, the pitch, and he's going to miss downstairs.
And not only is he taking a long time between pitches,
he goes 3-2 nonstop.
Everybody. You talk about lulling your defense to sleep.
Maybe they're going to need the espresso machine in their dugout. Stewart with a couple of dance moves over there. He's heading, and it's fouled off. Stewart was heading on to second.
Well, he was just trying to wake up.
Three ball, two strike count. Nathaniel Lowe trying to get himself a hit on the night. Senga back to the belt. Stares off into space. And the pitch. Fouled off again to the left side. Out of play. And once more, Sal Stewart was heading down for second. Now, Sal didn't pick that ball up till he rounded second base and then realized it was foul. Count stays full. And Nathaniel Lowe staying alive at the plate. One down for the Reds here in the third. Leading 4-1 and trying to add to that here. Another 3-2 pitch. And again foul down the third base line. Well, Sal Stewart's getting his workout in.
That's good.
He was not as fast that third consecutive time heading from first to second.
Randy making the play over in the Reds press box down the left field line. I'm sure he caught it clean too, right?
That may have been a pickup off the ground and then a hold up into the air. Another 3-2 pitch from Kodai Senga. And again fouled off right behind home plate. Boy, Nathaniel Lowe is putting it at bat on Kodai Senga.
Who was it when we were in San Diego with Arroyo running that kept fouling him off? It was about 8 pitches in a row.
McLean?
Or McLean.
Can't remember. This will be the 65th pitch of the night for Senga. And another 3-2 pitch coming here to Nathaniel Lowe. And a pick to first base, and quickly back to the bag is Stewart. I don't think the fans are booing about the pickoff. I think they're booing about the pace for Senga. He's about to throw pitch number 10 here to Lowe. And another 3-2 pitch. Ooh, he almost ran out of time. And a tapper foul down the first baseline. Lowe stays alive. And again, Stewart running wind sprints between first and second base.
Just went back and looked. It was Blake Dunn. And that one ended in batter's interference.
The longer this at bat goes, the slower the break to second for Stewart, and the slower he's going back to first base.
Think he's winded over there?
I need to get that fella some oxygen. Another 3-2 delivery from Senga. It won't be quick, folks. It'll be here in just a few minutes. Now he's coming. And he struck him out. The throw to second, and they're going to get Stewart from here to Columbus. So strike him out, throw him out. Fourth inning coming up. Tommy Thrall's heading back here on the Reds Radio Network.
It is 4-1 in favor of the Redlegs. Mets come to bat, fourth inning. Leading it off is A.J. Ewing. Singer's first pitch to Ewing is taken low on the outside corner. Ewing grew up a Reds fan from outside of Dayton. In fact, always wanted to go play at Wright State. Ended up, he was committed to play at Alabama.
Smart boy.
No pitch. I said Alabama, not Mississippi State.
Alabama's in the College World Series.
They were. I believe we watched them get eliminated.
Yes, we did.
2-0. A.J. Ewing off the outside corner. 3 balls and no strikes. But he actually grew up always wanting to play for the Dayton Dragons because they would go to so many Dayton Dragons games a year. When he was a kid. He would come down here to Great American Ballpark too and watch the Reds. In fact, he was in attendance when Homer Bailey threw a no-hitter. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 3-1 on A.J. Ewing. But he was, as a kid growing up, desired playing for the Dragons more than he did actually the Reds. The pitch is in for a strike. Count is full 3-2 on Ewing, even though he knew the Reds were the big league club.
Well, when you're a kid, you don't really know that.
Yeah, what difference does it make? I just want to play for the team I grew up watching. Fouled back.
They got a lot of people that go to those Dayton games now.
You're not kidding. Pack that place every night. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Ewing. And Singer's payoff pitch, again, fouled into the net above the third base dugout. Still 3 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, you're hitting fifth and playing center field for a big league club. I don't think you turn that down.
No. And in fact, he is a pretty good prospect for this team, too. Swung on, that's fouled back. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes on A.J. Ewing. Left-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. Reds are up by 3, and now Singer's home with a payoff pitch. And Ewing takes outside. Ball 4, he'll head down to first. That'll bring up Marcus Semien. Let's get the answer to today's trivia question, even though I think we already have it.
We do.
What member of the 1976 World Champion Reds, who also played for the Mets during his career, has the distinction of being the only player in Major League history to have hits for 2 different Major League teams on the same day? Marcus Semien batting now, and the pitch is down low. 1-0 on Semien. Was it Doug Flynn, George Foster, or Joel Youngblood? Joel Youngblood is our guess. The answer is, if I can find it, C. Joel Youngblood. The pitch is a strike. 1-1.
You found the answer when you were reading the question.
As soon as you said it. An outfielder, Youngblood spent his rookie season with the Reds in 1976 before being traded to the Cardinals. Swung on, popped up, high into left center field. Over is done, waiting on it. The left center field gap, he'll make the catch. Back to first Ewing, and now 1 gone in the 4th.
I would not have been able to give you the teams.
Okay.
I knew it. One was the Reds. But...
He was traded to the Cardinals ultimately, then the Mets in 1977. On August the 4th, 1982, Youngblood singled the Mets afternoon game against the Cubs at Wrigley Field. He was traded to the Expos in the middle of the game. Pitch to Brett Beatty. Swing and a miss at a high strike. So it's not like he was traded from one team to the other as part of a doubleheader situation. No. He was playing an afternoon game against the Cubs at Wrigley Field, traded to the Expos in the middle of the game, flew to Philly. The Expos were playing a night game against the Phillies. Swung on, and that's fouled back. And so he got in that game, and in the 6th inning, he singled as a pinch hitter with his new club. It's pretty good. That's.
I remember him telling that story, and we're all thinking, what?
That's a pretty cool little career note to have.
He's the only one ever to do it.
0-2 on Beatty. Singer throws, and the pitch is going to just barely graze Beatty on the way by. He never even made an attempt to get out of the way of it. Almost as though he didn't expect it to hit him, and then it just did. So now 2 on with 1 out. And the batter is M.J. Melendez. I think it actually hit his little elbow guard that extends down past.
I think he put his elbow out there intentionally.
A little bit. So it's the second time that Beatty's been hit tonight. MJ Melendez watches the first pitch slider for a strike. Remember, they cracked down on that a few years ago in Major League Baseball. And if you actually made a motion to get hit, you weren't getting the base. I'd be okay if they continued that enforcement. 0-1 on Melendez. Singer throws. Melendez tried to check. They ask at third. Didn't go. 1 ball, 1 strike on Melendez. First and second, 1 out. Now Singer delivers, and he pours in a strike. 1-2 on Melendez. Melendez getting the nod in left field tonight. Soto was out there last night. Soto in the DH spot today. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Melendez. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a breaking ball. Down and out of the zone. Melendez went chasing, and he strikes out. 2 gone here in the 4th inning. And that'll bring up Francisco Alvarez. Alvarez singled in the 3rd.
You know, our lineup that we have does not have Melendez in left field. It has him as the DH.
Yeah, that was incorrect, I believe. Here's Alvarez with 2 on and 2 out. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1. I wonder if they originally had that and then switched it late. 0-1 on Alvarez. Singer sets and now steps off as the runner at second was dancing way off the bag. Not a bad thing if you're a team that can get a disengagement out of a pitcher. It worked there. Singer's 0-1, and Alvarez takes off the outside corner. And that's the issue with that. And you may think, well, he's dancing way off the bag. Get him to step off and throw. But by the time the message gets delivered to the pitcher and they actually execute the step off, he's already back to the base. Swing and a miss. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes on Alvarez. 2 on, 2 out. Reds are up 4-1. We're in the 4th. Singer the pause, the belt to the plate, the 1-2 check swing. Did he go? Oh, he did not. Count is even, 2-2. 4th inning is brought to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Four Roses, the mellow, balanced Kentucky classic. It's crafted for those home run moments. Four Roses Bourbon, proud sponsor of the BCL Press Club, presented by Four Roses Bourbon. Enjoy responsibly. Now sliders in the dirt outside from Singer. Singer has gone from way ahead in the count. Ball and 2 strikes, and now a full count. 3-2 on Alvarez, the number 9 hitter in this Mets order, and you don't want it to go back to the top, because then you start to have to tangle with some dangerous hitters in a hurry. This is a big pitch for Singer. The 3-2. Runners go, and he walked him. Off the outside corner with that fastball. He tried to start it off the plate and get it to come back to the edge, and he didn't get it there. Well, now they're loaded.
For the 2nd consecutive inning.
And you get into the teeth of this Mets order in a big hurry now. Carson Bench 0 for 2. He is grounded to third and flied to left. Came in hitting .256. The pitch. Bench takes low and inside. Bench, the number 16 prospect in all of baseball, according to MLB Pipeline. Came into the year as the Mets' 2nd-ranked prospect. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The pitch. And Bench takes a strike on the inside corner. The count is even, 1-1. Reds are up by 3. Mets left them loaded, got 1 in the 3rd. The 1-1, a little bit too high. with that fastball. Now it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Singer will go to the rosin bag off the back of the mound and then climb back on top. Ewing's the runner at third. Beatty's at second. Alvarez the runner at first base.
It looks like Singer is struggling a little bit with the grip. I mean, he is sweating profusely. He's going up and down his pants with his forearm trying to get his hand dried off.
Here he comes. Check swing foul, third base side.
I think he went to the cutter there because the breaking ball was coming out too early.
Yeah.
He's gone to the rosin 5 or 6 times.
Doing anything he can right now to find that grip. Works from the first base side of the rubber. Singer to the plate. And again, slap foul into the seats down the left field line.
Well, the problem that you have here with Benj is he's a contact hitter, but you don't want to go to 3-2 because then you give the runners an extra step or two coming off the bag and running with a full count and 2 down.
And another night where a Red starter's getting that pitch count way up in a hurry. 2-2. And this ball is clocked high in the air. Medium depth, though, toward the right field corner. Steer moving that way. He's got it. Out of the fourth. Still Reds 4, Mets 1 on the Reds Radio Network.
When your child needs care fast, but your regular doctor isn't available, trust the hometown team that knows kids best, Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care. Our pediatric experts care for newborns, kids, and teens, now with 6 convenient locations. Get lab tests and x-rays on the spot with results during your visit. And for minor illnesses and injuries, try virtual urgent care available 24/7 so you can get care without leaving home. Cincinnati Children's Urgent Care, here for every kid. Learn more at cincinnatichildrens.org/urgent.
As a family-owned company and a top workplace in the region, JTM Food Group has been pioneering kettle-crafted culinary solutions for years. From tantalizing dips to mouth-watering sauces and more, we lead the pack in delivering high-quality, on-trend items to the entire food service industry. But it's not just about the food. It's about our commitment to doing things the JTM way, with passion, integrity, and a dedication to God and His people. Taste the difference today and learn more at jtmfoodgroup.com. JTM, let's create great dishes together.
More than a museum. It's stunning exhibits that walk you through the Bible. It's a stroll through gorgeous botanical gardens. It's a marvelous tour of the heavens. And there's so much more at the Creation Museum in Petersburg, Kentucky, with fascinating exhibits, a planetarium, a special effects theater, a zoo, a playground, and a butterfly house and conservatory. The Creation Museum is fun for the whole family. Go to creationmuseum.org.
With 60 nonstop destinations, CVG will get you from the dugout to your destination in no time. Make CVG your MVP for travel convenience. Visit CVG Destination in no time. Make CVG your MVP for travel convenience. Visit CVGAirport.com for more information. CVG Airport, connecting you to home runs.
Eugenio Suarez will lead things off for the Reds. Suarez steers Stevenson. So the Reds come to bat in the fourth. Suarez third on baseball's home run list since 2016 behind Aaron Judge and Kyle Schwarber. That's good company. He has 7 of them this year. He struck out his first time up tonight after his 2-home run game last night. Suarez leads off the Reds' fourth with the Reds up 4-1. Reds still have both of their challenges. The Mets, Kodai Senga deals. And it's a curveball that dives in the dirt outside. Ball 1-0 on Eugenio Suarez.
That was almost like an ephus pitch.
Didn't look good. It was 64.
Kind of stopped his motion about halfway through and just kind of rolled it up there.
Right into the dirt. 1-0 pitch. Now a cut and a miss and a slider. A little firmer with that. 1 ball, 1 strike on Suarez. Good crowd tonight on a Tuesday night. Another 3-2 Tuesday here at the ballpark. Folks having some fun.
That's become a good night here at the ballpark.
Has it ever. 1-1 pitch. Suarez checks his swing on a pitch in the dirt outside, and he didn't go. Usually turns into a pretty lively crowd by the end of the night, too, I've found. Probably just because it's a younger, more boisterous group, right? 2-1. Suarez rolls it foul, first base side.
Well, I think with Senga pitching, you've got time to go up, go to the concession stand, run to the restroom, come back down. You may only miss 1 or 2 pitches.
True. A lot of time for a lot of $3 consumption. These 3-2-1 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Eugenio Suarez. Swing and a tip foul. The catcher holds on to strike 3. Suarez the first out of the Reds' 4th. He strikes out for the second time tonight. And it'll bring Spencer Steer up, who went deep over the 379 sign his first time up. Kroger's teamed up with the Reds to offer the Kroger Meal Deal at the ballpark for just $9.99. The Kroger Meal Deal includes a hot dog, Coke, chips in this homestand, a Wonder Glazed Honey Bun. Pitch to Steer, up and in. Fastball, count as 1-0. For tickets to an upcoming Reds game, visit reds.com/tickets. A Wonder Glazed Honey Bun. The 1-0 pitch to Spencer Steer. Ground ball foul, third base side. Bases are empty with 1 away.
Yeah, I thought the Reds' third base coach, Willie Harris, was going to make a play on that ball, and then I think he decided a little hot.
Yeah. I like how he moved toward it just to watch it go by. 1-1. They're in the dirt with a cutter outside. It's a 2-ball, 1-strike count on Spencer Steer. Senga readies, as Cowboy mentioned, always out of the stretch, never in a hurry. The 2-1, swinging and a miss, the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, sometimes guys will have some post-game plans, something that they're looking to do maybe after a game. You better not have any sort of those plans with him pitching. If I would have had more foresight, I would have thought I probably should have packed before this game. 2-2. And it's a little high. A fastball upstairs. Full count. 3-2 now on Spencer Steer.
Another 3-2 count.
There's been a lot of it. Senga readies. And here's his 3-2 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4.
I was just about to say that Senga has not walked a batter since the first 2 batters of the ball game. And then he walks Spencer Steer.
Well, he walked Sal last inning.
That's right. Both of those guys went deep.
Yes, they did. So he didn't want any part of them next time around, did he?
We're going to send you on down to first.
So runner at first, base 1 out. Tyler Stevenson's at the plate. The pitch to Stevenson. Slider cut on and missed. Stevenson swung at that like it was a changeup. From Kodai Senga. It's a no-ball, 1-strike count on Stevenson. Senga readies at the belt. Now here he comes with the 0-1 pitch. And Stevenson sends a fly ball to left. Right at the left fielder, M.J. Melendez, who puts the squeeze on out number 2. Let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Runner at first with 2 outs. Here is Matt McClain. Senga readies at the belt, throws, and McClain takes a strike at the knees. The count is 0-1.
Senga's got that cutter working since the first inning. That's the pitch he's getting over early in the count, and then trying to use that high fastball late.
Senga to the plate with the 0-1 pitch, and a swing and a miss by McLean, and he's behind the count now. No balls and 2 strikes.
Now that was the pitch when Senga broke into the big leagues with the Mets. It was called the Ghost Fork, and nobody could hit it. And he's only used it a few times in select moments here tonight.
Right-hander from the belt, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. We go to the 5th inning, still 4-1. Reds lead the Mets on the Reds Radio Network. Reds are up 4-1 as the Mets come to bat in the 5th inning. Bo Bichette to lead things off, then Juan Soto and Jared Young. A.J. Ewing, if anybody gets on base. Mets have left the bases loaded each of the last 2 innings. They have scored only 1. First pitch to Bo Bichette is off the outside corner for ball 1. The count is 1-0 on Bichette. He's grounded to short and singled. Singer's 1-0. And the breaking ball misses down too low. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch. And it's a little flare into short center field, down for another hit. Yet another multi-hit effort for Bo Bichette, who's been on fire lately for the Mets. Came in with a .413 mark in his last 11 games. That pitch jammed him, and he still was able to fight it off and muscle it into center field. That's when you know things are going good for you. But to his credit, he pulled his hands in and did his best to try to get the barrel to it. Now Singer's got to face Soto with a man on. Nobody out. First pitch to Soto is on the outside corner strike. 0-1. Singer sets ready. Now the 0-1 pitch, and Soto swings and fouls that back. No balls, 2 strikes on Soto. It took him 25 pitches to get through the 3rd inning, then 31 to get through the 4th. Well, he could use a quick inning in the worst way right now, but he's got a runner at first base and nobody out. But he's got Juan Soto down to the count 0-2. Here's his 0-2 pitch. Tried a backdoor breaking ball, and that just floated up and away.
You can see Soto kind of flexing that right wrist. It looked like he had a little issue swinging at that fastball that was up to get to 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes, and Soto way late there on a sinker. He's down on strikes. Boy, you don't see him striking out looking silly very often. It was only 92 miles an hour. But Soto swung through that like it was 110. So he's down on strikes. That's a big strikeout for Brady Singer. It's his 5th today. Now first ball swinging at a cutter down and in. Jared Young's behind the count, 0-1. Grounded to short his first time up. Popped out to the second baseman his last time up. Singer's 0-1. Young hits it on the ground to second. Arroyo glove flip to McLean. 1 back to first, double play. He needed a quick inning. Singer got it. 4-1. Reds lead, middle of the 5th on the Reds radio network on the work.
John Crook here. And baseball stats can tell you a lot. When your car breaks, you want a company that they're America's most trusted auto protection. That's reputation. They've sold over 3 million contracts. That's a whole lot of happy drivers. Let CarShield help with costly repairs when an unexpected breakdown happens.
Don't get caught looking. Get a free quote today at carshield.com. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Tommy Throw, voice of the Reds here. If your current defense can't handle a lineup of pests, it's time to make a call to the bullpen. Rose Pest Solutions can mow down pests of all kinds year-round with the Rose Home Service Program. Depending on your needs and budget, you can choose from basic, advantage, or premium levels, all of which come with a dedicated technician. The Rose Home Service Program is the ideal way to stay ahead of pest invasions all year long. Pest problem? The Rose Home Service Program is the solution. Call the pros at Rose at 800-966-ROSE or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Hot dogs! Get your bar-ass hot dogs here! Fresh off the grill, mustard, ketchup, relish. Don't let your day go dogless.
Nothing goes with baseball like a hot dog. And nothing goes on your bun like Bar S. America's #1 selling hot dog. And the official 3-2-1 hot dog of the Cincinnati Reds.
Kick off your 4th of July weekend in Cincy. Enjoy Ohio River fireworks, family fun, and baseball with the Cincinnati Reds. Make it an affordable summer road trip with deals and adventures across Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky. Plan your Reds white and blue getaway at visitcincy.com.
Left-hander CNL Perez into the ball game for the Mets. With the Mets, 6 ball games, 1-0 with a 2.45. He started the season with the Washington Nationals. Didn't go so well there. 2-3 with a 6.19.
He will get Edwin Arroyo leading things off for the Reds here in the 5th inning.
Left-hander throws hard, but he may hit the outside corner or he may hit the manager in the other dugout.
It's pretty close to it. Perez comes set. The left-hander fires it home. And Arroyo runs up to bunt, pulls the bat back, watches a strike, 0-1. Here is tonight's scoreboard stumper. 4 center fielders whose career began after 1980 have been elected to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Who are they? Arroyo swings and hits a bullet over the head of the third baseman. That's down the line and rolling to the wall. Arroyo around first, and he's on his way rolling into second, standing with his first career extra base hit.
And it comes from the right side of the plate. How about that?
He turned on that, just smoked it. Got on top of the ball actually a little bit, but laced it at Beatty and got it to go all the way to the wall past Melendez. Now back to the top of the order, Blake Dunn. Reds are up 4-1, trying to add on. CNL Perez home to Dunn, bunts out in front of home plate into the grass. Alvarez picks it up, nobody's at first.
Nobody home.
It's a bunt single for Blake Dunn. Clearly it caught the Mets all off guard.
I thought for a moment Alvarez was going to hurl that ball right down the right field line. I think it took everything he had not to throw it.
Well, that was a great bunt by Blake Dunn because you had the second baseman, Simeon, way up the middle. There was no chance he was going to get to first. The first baseman, Young, came charging in. Beatty came in from third. There was no way to go with it. Didn't matter who fielded it. So the Reds have him at the corners now. Nobody out, and here's J.J. Bleday. With home runs in each of his last 2 games, he's only homered in 3 straight, 1 time in his career. Cianel Perez, left on left. The pitch. Bleday takes a fastball low. The count's 1-0. Perez comes set. Eyeballing Dunn. Couple looks now to the plate. And Bleday takes low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. 4 center fielders. The career began after 1980. Went on to be elected into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. 4 of them.
I might not get any of them.
Yes, you will. There's the 2-0 to Bleday. And it's in there for a called strike. I think the 4 most recent inductees, center field inductees. Mickey Mantle is not one of them. 2-1 on J.J. Bleday. Perez fires, and Bleday bounces it foul, first base side. One ball, 1 strike. Perez ready. The 2-2. And Bleday swings and pops it foul off to the left side.
Thank you.
2 that were in both leagues, 1 American League, 1 National League. Now the 2-2. Bleday swings and fouls it back.
I'm not sure you have good enough hints to help me with that.
Oh, yes.
I'm not kidding. Ricky Henderson.
Nope.
He was before 1980.
Probably so. All right, let's get the most obvious one out of the way first. I believe he was the first player ever selected first overall to go into the Hall of Fame. 2-2 to J.J. Bleday. Swinging a high bouncer over the first baseman foul.
That was close. What about...
Played with his dad for a year.
Ken Griffey.
Bingo.
Junior.
The junior, correct. 2-2 again. And Bleday watches one this low.
Yeah, I forgot Junior played center field.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at it.
Yeah, he was all right out there. Now, I think the toughest one to get, because I wouldn't get it. His career was cut short. He did not exactly have the physique of a center fielder. 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Bleday couldn't hold up, and he went around. Had a pretty good at bat, but it ends in a strikeout. Bleday down on strikes. 1 gone here in the 5th inning. He played in the American League. He's got a statue outside the ballpark that he played in.
Kirby Puckett.
Bingo. Okay, that was pretty good. You're 2 for 2 now. Now, the Reds are playing the Mets.
I don't know that much about Mets history.
Doesn't matter. This guy started in the American League. Sal Stewart's up with runners to the corners and 1 out. The pitch is down and too low. He was really good on a bad team, then was traded and went off in the postseason. 1-0 pitch to Sal Stewart. Way off the inside corner. But he went into the Hall of Fame as a Met. He had some pretty good years in New York also. First and third, one out.
And it was a center fielder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, too. Strike at the knees. Big part of the play.
Yeah. Hall of Fame center fielder. Blank.
He's new. He's newly minted Hall of Fame. I don't even know if he's actually in yet. I think he goes in this year. 2 balls, 1 strike on Stewart. 2-1 pitch. Down too low. Nope, strike called at the knees. He was almost a manager. And then they said, wait a second. Because he was involved in some...
That would be Carlos Beltran.
Bingo. See?
So you knew him because he was with Kansas City.
Exactly. Yes.
I would have never gotten him.
You just did.
Well, that's luck.
It's good teamwork. 2-2 on Sal Stewart. You got Kirby Puckett, too. Never in a million years would I have been able to get Kirby Puckett. I forgot he was a center fielder. 2-2 pitch. Ripped right between short and third into left field. Base hit Stewart. Arroyo's home from third. And it's 5-1 Reds with Dunn checking in at second base. And the RBI base hit by Stewart. He's got 4 RBIs tonight.
Boy, it's nice to see that kid have some fun again. As hot as he was back in April, let's hope he's warming back up to that level.
He's been cooled off. But you know the thing about it, Cowboy, that is impressive about a young hitter like Sal Stewart, even when he's kind of been going through it and he's been a little cool,
he just fights for it.
He does, and he still figures out a way to get on base and give you some productive at-bats. Might not be piling up the hits like he was. Here's Dane Myers off the bench to hit for Nathaniel Lowe. And I think that's something that should not be lost at all on what Sal Stewart's been able to do for this team this year. First and second with 1 out for Dane Myers. This guy's been a pretty good pinch hitter for the Reds this year. Pitch to Myers is taken low and inside for ball 1. Two on, 1 out. Cionel Perez home with a 1-0 pitch, and that's up and away.
Cionel Perez is so far on the third base side of the rubber, I'm not even sure that his toe is catching the edge of the rubber on that side.
He's close. 2-0. And Myers swings and skies one high into the air. Short center, it's the second baseman going out to make the catch. Marcus Semien puts the squeeze on that. In short center field, the runners hold. Infield fly rule is applied. Myers, who's been a pretty good pinch hitter for the Reds this year, hitting over 300 in that role, pops out at the second baseman here. With 2 outs, here's Eugenio Suarez for some more fireworks. He has struck out his first 2 times up tonight, but now facing the left-hander Cionel Perez.
You may just have to give the answer for that 4th center fielder.
Pitch to Suarez is off the outside corner. I'm trying to think of a hint that I can give you without just straight up giving it away. Because if I tell you the team, you're going to know it like that. 2 on, 2 out.
I just looked through the teams and none popped into my head other than Ricky Henderson.
Okay, National League East. Cionel Perez readies. Here's the 1-0. And it's in there for a strike. 90s and 2000s. Really, really good. Made it look effortless out there. You could run him down like he wasn't even trying. But if you hit it in the air to center field, you were out. High chopper off the foot of Suarez toward third. It'll be a foul ball. Actually, initially called it a fair ball down at third, but
now Suarez is really showing a limp.
Let umpire Carlos Torres eventually calls a foul. Hit right off his toe. little slow to react there, though.
Might have just been some dirt that flew up on his foot.
Could have been a bit of an acting job.
Did this guy play for the Toronto Blue Jays?
American League East. National League East.
Oh, National League East.
National League East. I might have said American League East. I was definitely thinking National League.
Then you're thinking of Andrew Jones.
Bingo. That's it. Got it. Who are you thinking of with the Blue Jays?
I'm not really sure.
Yes, both Andrew Jones and Carlos Beltran are going in the Hall this year.
That was not an easy question for me.
It's all right. 1-2 pitch. And it's up and away to Suarez. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I know that feeling all too well. So I can empathize. The 2-2. Grounded foul. Third base side again. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes on Eugenio Suarez. Third on the all-time home run list for Venezuelan-born players, Eugenio Suarez. Added 2 more to the list last night. 2-2 pitch. And he takes a backdoor breaking ball for called strike 3. He strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. Reds will strand 2, but they do get 1 more. It's 5. Reds have made their first Wober's Mustard call at bullpen. Wober's Mustard, let's put some mustard on it. Sam Maul is that new pitcher. Maul on for the 34th time, 1-5, the 2.79 ERA, 29 innings for Sam Maul. He has walked 14 against 31 strikeouts, league hitting just 194 against Maul. Maul takes over with the Reds up 5-1 in the 6th inning. Brady Singer done after 5. First pitch on the way from Maul to the left-handed hitting A.J. Ewing. And it's right in there for a called strike. 0-1 on Ewing. Ball comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ewing. And a check swing down and away, and Ewing couldn't hold up. He went. He's down, no balls, 2 strikes. A strikeout and a walk so far for A.J. Ewing. Maul deals the 0-2 pitch. And Ewing takes a breaking ball down and away.
That unusual delivery of Maul's where he just kind of slings it out from that low 3/4. When he hits that perfect spot, that front hip of the left-handed hitter, it's over. But it's tough to hit and repeat that delivery every time from that arm slot.
1-2 pitch. And it's off the outside corner. But like you said, when he's on, it's good.
And when he starts it at the front hip, they're done.
28 of his 33 appearances this year have been scoreless. He's among the league leaders in that category. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball to A.J. Ewing. And it's popped up high in the air. Outside of third. Here comes Suarez over into foul territory on the track in front of the Mets dugout to make the catch. And there's one gone to the sixth. That'll bring up Marcus Semien. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to center field.
I mean, there's no way for a hitter to practice hitting the delivery of Sam Maul.
No. I don't care what kind of machine you throw up there. Ball. Pause the pitch. Up and away. It's a 1-ball, no strike count on Marcus Semien. Singer 5 innings, a run on 3 hits. Walked 3, struck out 5. Singer used 91 pitches to get through his 5 innings tonight. 1-0 to Semien. Up and away, and it's a 2-ball, no strike count. I'm sure, again, this is another night where Terry Francona's having to go to his bullpen earlier than he would like. Reds got to figure out a way to keep scoring tonight. We got one back, or added one in the 5th inning. After a 4 spot in the first, the pitch hit in the air, right field by Semien, on in a hurry steer, but he'll have to play it on a bounce, and it goes off his glove. Rolls behind him a little bit. He gets to it pretty quickly, but not before Semien ends up at second base with a single and no doubt an error on Spencer Steer. Because that's just a base hit. If Steer gloves that clean, as soon as it went off of his glove and got by him, there was no doubt Semien was taking second. So single and an error on Steer. And that almost didn't even hit his glove. Could have been real bad. Brett Beatty up. Runner at second with 1 out. Sam Maul the pause, the pitch. And Beatty takes a breaking ball low and in. 1-0 on Beatty.
I'm not sure I could actually tell you when Spencer Steer ever made an error in any position.
Ends up being his 4th this year. Kind of gives you an idea of how good he's been defensively, though. The 1-0 pitch, and you think about all the spots he's played. That's a strike on the outside corner.
Maybe a couple at second, but in the outfield, he's been pretty good. He's been really good at first. But that's kind of crowded territory these days.
Yeah, you got that right. But Gold Glove caliber over there.
Without a doubt. We saw that last year.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Beatty, cut on and missed. A breaking ball away, and Beatty swings through it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you have an expectation that a guy can play, let's call it 5 different positions, first, second, third, left, and right, and he can do all those flawlessly, that's an unreasonable expectation.
I'm with you.
Can he do them serviceably? Absolutely. And he can do some of them exceptionally well. 1-2 on Beatty. Ball's pitch, breaking ball down and away, cut on and missed, and down on strikes, Brett Beatty.
Well, I would go one step further. When I was on the field, players wouldn't do that because they would run the risk of embarrassment, so they wouldn't volunteer to play these different spots, especially infield and outfield, or one side of the infield and then go to the other.
Well, that's another thing that you have to commend Spencer Steer on. He not only volunteers to do it, he enjoys doing it, and he likes the challenge of it. I mean, that was a misplay, sure. Very rarely does he just look bad on a ball. Mark Vientos is off the bench to bat for MJ Melendez. Runner at second base, 2 outs. Vientos, a .215 hitter, came off the bench last night. Sam Maul, the pause, the belt, looks back at second, brings it home. Ooh, way off the outside corner. Just kind of floated that breaking ball off the plate outside. Simeon wanding the bat across the plate. Not Simeon. Vientos. Simeon off second. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Changeup for Maul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Series will wrap up with a matinee tomorrow here at Great American Ballpark before the Reds hit the road to New York. 3-game stint in the Big Apple. Nick Lodolo against Nolan McLean tomorrow.
That's a couple of trips that the Reds have made to the Big Apple. Just showed up there and left, came right back home.
Swing and a miss. Let's hope the next one goes as well as the last one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Vientos. Reds went to Queens and took 2 out of 3. Trying to do it again. Last time the Reds won a series was against these Mets. That aforementioned series. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Sam Maul's 1-2 pitch. Tees the outside corner. He thought he hit it. Tyler Stevenson doesn't challenge, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It ran off.
Here's Maul's 2-2 pitch to Vientos. Down and in with a changeup. The count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vientos pinch hitting. Number 9 hitter waiting on deck. Here comes Maul with a 3-2 pitch. Swinging and a foul straight back. Count stays full, 3-2.
Tell you, Maul goes through some baseballs now.
He does, doesn't he? Looking for that perfect seam. 3-2. Runner at second. 2 out. 5-1 Reds. And here comes Sam Maul's payoff pitch. Swung on. It is clocked. Left field. Hit a ton and hit deep. And it is gone. Way back into the second deck. Inside the left field foul pole. A 2-run pinch hit home run for Mark Vientos. And they only had 1 of those all year last year. They've already had 1 this year, and Vientos sends that one out of here this go around. Now let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. The Mets are a little close for comfort now. It's a 2-run Reds lead, 5-3 after that pinch hit 2-run blast by Mark Vientos. First pitch hangs off the outside corner for ball 1 to Francisco Alvarez. Now the 1-0. Up and away. It's a 2-ball, no strike count. Mentioned it before. Worth repeating. Reds need to keep scoring. Ball's home with a 2-0 pitch to Alvarez. Still a long way to go in this one. Here comes. Outside 3-0. Alvarez has reached both times he's been up. He's the number 9 hitter in this Mets lineup. He is a .238 hitter on the year. Ball fires the 3-0, and Alvarez watches the fastball in there for a strike. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. And now time called, and Alvarez will back out of the box right about the time Sam Maul was coming set. 3-1. Maul delivers, fouled straight back. So he's worked it full. After falling behind in the count 3-0 on Alvarez, it's now a 3-ball, 2-strike count. Now the pause. And the payoff pitch. Low and in, ball 4. He walked him. Ball's having a difficult time now in this 6th inning.
Well, he looked like he was having trouble through the first couple of batters. He did strike out Brett Beatty, but the location has been nowhere near where the catcher's mitt is set up. That was a changeup on the 3-2 pitch to Vientos, and it was down and in. That is not usually a great pitch with a changeup.
Matt Tracy's out of the mound as Brock Burke starts to loosen up in the Reds bullpen. Carson Binge, the Mets leadoff hitter, comes to the plate now with runner on at first and 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 2 runs home. Mets are down by a pair. Tying run at the plate.
This is a guy you got to get with 2 outs.
You can say that again. Left on left, too. Ball's first pitch is a strike on the outside corner of the knees. If you're listening tonight on your car truck radio, now would be a good time to buckle your safety belt. This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety. If you're not buckled up, what's holding you back?
If you're sitting at home, you may want to buckle up.
Here's the 0-1 pitch.
To this.
Ball fires, and a good breaking ball in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. So fighting that command early in the inning, and now he's fired in a good fastball and a well-located breaking ball, and he's got Carson Binge down 0-2, and here comes that 0-2 pitch from Maul. And it dives down and away. Maybe trying to get a swing, but that one sweeping way off the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bo Bichette is lurking in the on-deck circle. And don't you know he'd love to come to the plate with a couple of men on. Maul trying to prevent it. Here's his 1-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking with a fastball over the outside corner. Down on strikes, Carson Binge. The Mets strand another, but they get 2 in the 6th. It's now
by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Keep the good times rolling all through baseball season with the exclusive retail sports book of the Cincinnati Reds. BetMGM has a state-of-the-art app with tons of betting options and promotions, and it's the best place for all your baseball bets. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with MGM Northfield Park. 21 and over and present in Ohio. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days.
You know, there are a few things in life you can always count on. Sunsets, potholes, trash trucks in your way when you're running late. And of course, AAA's never-ending reliable roadside assistance. Because for over 100 years, we're always close and we never close. From tows, jumps, or just smoothing out those bumps in the road, we provide 24/7 service so you can have 24/7 peace of mind. AAA, proud partner of the Cincinnati Reds. Be better prepared for life's curveballs.
Hey, Reds fans, it's Dan Horde. For Father's Day, skip the tie. Ship Dad graters instead. Ship frozen to his door anywhere in the country. Sweet Summer Peach just dropped. He'll figure it out from there. Graters.com. Taste the greatest.
This is the Cowboy, Jeff Brantley, for my good friends at Grippo's. Grippo's has been a hometown favorite since 1919 and is the official chip of the Cincinnati Reds. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato. 4th and 5th generations of the Grippo's family are committed to making the freshest, highest quality potato chips and snack foods you can eat. Grippo's is the original fun food company because they've been having fun satisfying your craving for snack food for over 107 years. So when somebody tells you to get a grip, you know what they mean. Get Grippo's.
Right-hander Austin Warren out of the Mets bullpen, 1-3 on the year, a 2.84 ERA. This will be his 19th appearance. 16 of those have been out of the bullpen. He's got a couple of starts. Numbers look pretty good. 25 1/3 innings. He's allowed 11 walks. He struck out 27. Opponents hitting .223 against him.
Well, this Mets bullpen has been a strength of their team. So if the Reds are going to play add-on and they Could certainly use a few extra. And it's going to be a tough task. Spencer Steer lead things off the Reds in the 6th inning. A couple other changes for the Mets defensively. Mark Vientos stays in the game. He's at first base. Jared Young is going to move from first to left. First pitch, a strike. Outside corner, 0-1 on Spencer Steer. Bottom of the 6th inning, 5-3 Reds here at Great American Ballpark. Warren comes set, now the 0-1. And Steer watches a breaking ball drop in for a strike, 0-2. Reds trying to lock up a series victory, and they'll have a chance at a sweep tomorrow. Got to hold on tonight. Steer swings and fouls this back and out of play. After scoring 12 last night, second most runs the Reds have scored this year, the Reds came out guns a-blazing again tonight. Scored 4 times in the first inning. Opened up a 4-0 lead. They tacked on 1 more in the 5th. And that's got a run in the 3rd and then 2 on a 2-run pinch hit home run by Vientos in the 6th. Brings us to where we are now, 5-3 Reds. The pitch is up and under the chin. Spencer Steer leans back out of the way of ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch. Steer lays off the breaking ball, diving down and away. Count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Get that great taste of the ballpark at home with JTM's Philly Kits and Fat Tire beer, cheese, and pretzels. Find these game day favorites in your grocer's freezer. JTM Food Group. Let's create great dishes together. Steer again fights off the 2-2, fouling it back out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes on Spencer Steer. Two. Swing, there's a high chopper left of the mound. Quickly to it, the pitcher. Warren gloves and throws in time to get the out on Steer at first base. 1 out in the 6th. Now the batter is Tyler Stevenson as we check some scores around Major League Baseball. Cardinals are up on the Padres 2-1, bottom of the 5th inning in St. Louis. Now the pitch to Stevenson misses down and away for ball 1. Elsewhere around the league, the Yankees are walloping the White Sox. Chicago's been pretty good this year. It's a dangerous team. Yankees, though, up 11-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning in the Bronx. 1-0. And Stevenson lines it over short. That's into left center field for a base hit. Young over to play it on a bounce, but Stevenson's on with a 1-out base hit. His first hit tonight after a 2-hit game last night. Now it brings up Matt McClain with 1 on and 1 out. Brewers have a 1-0 lead on Cleveland. That game's in the bottom of the 6th inning. You look at Cleveland, they're 6 games over 500. Just continue to scratch your head and think, how did they continue to do it? They're going to be without Jose Ramirez for a while now after he broke his hamate bone, pitching there for a called strike. That's going to be a huge loss for them. So keep an eye on, see if they can continue to sustain what they're doing without him. 0-1 on McClain. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball down and away, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Cubs trail the Rockies 3-2. Still fairly early in that game. Bottom of the 4th inning at Wrigley. The 1-1. And McClain watches a breaking ball spinning there for a called strike. 1-2. Twins are killing the Rangers. 9-0 in the top of the 4th inning in Texas. They're delayed in Atlanta with the Giants up 3-2 on the Braves. 1 ball, 2 strikes on McClain. The 1-2 pitch. Checked his swing. Did he go? Yep, sure did. McClain down on strikes. Second time tonight he's been a strikeout victim. Now 0 for 3 tonight. 2 away here in the 6th, and it brings up Edwin Arroyo. Arroyo laced his first extra base hit in the big leagues his last time up, doubling to the wall in left field. The pitch, he takes up and away a fastball, and the count's 1-0. He'll turn around now and bat left-handed against the right-handed thrower. Austin Warren readies. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's crazy to think Arroyo was slugging .562 down in AAA Louisville. Since joining the Reds, he has slugged only .219. 1-1. Backdoor breaking ball hangs off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike.
Big league pitching's not that easy to hit.
It's a little different up here, isn't it? A little different. 2-1 pitch to Arroyo. Swing a ground ball down the first base line, but foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ellie ran the bases again today. He did some more running. He will run the bases again tomorrow before going out on his rehab assignment. Probably the earliest he'd be back, according to Terry Francona, would likely be Tuesday. Time called. They kind of have a plan staked out now for Ellie. He is going to join Louisville in Gwinnett. Play 5 innings, then DH the next day, and then play short and see where he's at from there. Ground ball roll to the second baseman. Up next inning, they strand Stevenson. On to the 7th, and back to Cowboy with the Reds up by a pair. 5-3 over the Mets on the Reds Radio Network.
Reds will go back to their bullpen. Our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard, let's put some mustard on it. And that name will be left-hander Brock Burke. Burke coming on for the 36th time and the 2nd consecutive day here against the Mets in this series. 2-3 on the year is Burke with a 2.91 ERA in his 34 innings pitched. And Burke will get Bichette, Soto, and Jared Young. The toughest outs in this lineup against this left-hander Burke for the Reds. The Reds are leading 5-3. First pitch of the 7th inning. Changeup strike over the heart of the plate, and Bichette takes it for strike 1. No ball, 1 strike count. Burke to the set, back to the plate. And a ground ball headed to shortstop. Quickly to it. McLean, the throw in time. 1 down. Well, Burke had Bichette lunging for that one. It was a pitch off the plate, looked like a changeup. And Bichette hit it way out in front, right off the end of the bat. High hopper to McLean. And that'll bring Juan Soto to the plate with one down. Soto has struck out, walked, and struck out again. Swings at the first pitch here. A pop-up into right center field. Here comes Dunn. He'll make the catch. 2 down, and boy, did Dunn have a long way to come to get that one. Playing deep with Soto at the plate, and I'm not sure anybody else gets it if Dunn doesn't catch it. Arroyo was headed in that direction. It would have been an awfully difficult play for the young second baseman. But Dunn able to make the catch. 2 down, and that'll bring not Jared Young, but Eric Wagaman to the plate. So a right-handed pinch hitter with 2 outs against the left-hander Burke. Wagaman came into the ball game in the 7th inning last night hitting for Young, and he promptly walked. First pitch from Burke, fastball back up the middle. That's a base hit. So Wagaman wasting no time getting himself aboard. The 2-out single will bring A.J. Ewing to the plate. It was a fastball right in the heart of the plate, and Wagaman just takes it right back up the box. So the left-handed Ewing steps in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He walked in between those 2 at-bats. Here's a 1-hopper to Arroyo at second. Quick throw to first. In time, and that's 5-3 here on the Reds Radio Network.
At Cincinnati Children's, we're more than a hospital. We're your hometown health system with a global impact. Every day, we care for every child who walks through our doors because every child deserves the care we give. But we can't do it alone. Donor support is critical, especially now. Join us in making a difference for kids here at home and around the world. Visit CincinnatiChildren's.org/give today.
Hey, Reds fans! United Dairy Farmers has a sweet deal for you during the month of June. Stop by your local United Dairy Farmers store this month and use the UDrive Plus app to save big on Skittles and Starburst. Purchase 2 king-size Skittles or 2 king-size Starburst for just $6, or 2 standard-size Skittles or Starburst for only $4. Download the UDrive Plus app and register now to start saving. Offer good while supplies last. Get this great offer and other summer treats only at United Dairy Farmers.
Klosterman Baking Company is hiring. Get on-the-job training, excellent benefits, 401k, and more. Visit KlostermanBakery.com/careers. Klosterman Bakery, where family values are baked right in.
Klosterman, better, you bet.
Hi, this is Chris from Rolling Homes. Built in Cincinnati, built on trust. If you want to skip the hassle of selling your home, we can help. Just a straightforward cash offer and a closing timeline that fits your needs. Call 513-513-CASH. Rolling Homes. Call us today and see how easy selling your home can be.
Fuel up at Ralph's American Grill, home of burgers that don't mess around. Barbecue bacon, black and blue, stacked, loaded, and built to satisfy. Or step up to the Big Rig Challenge, 6 patties loaded blue, stacked, loaded, and built to satisfy. Or step up to the Big Rig Challenge, 6 patties loaded, fried, and a milkshake in 45 minutes. Visit ralphsgrill.com.
Leadoff batter, Blake Dunn to the plate. New pitcher for the Mets, Huascar Brazoban. Huascar Brazoban. 3-1 on the year. A 2.02 ERA in his 30 appearances. Brazoban has not given up many hits, only 19 in his 35 and 2/3 innings, but he has walked 15. And he will go to work here against Blake Dunn. And Dunn takes a actually a changeup strike. Brazoban has that good changeup. We saw him in the series in New York, but he's also got a fastball up around 98, 99. That one at 97 over the outside corner, and he's quickly ahead of Dunn. No balls and 2 strikes. Dunn's been aboard twice tonight out of the leadoff spot. He walked and scored in the first inning. Lined out to right field in the second, and he bunted for a single. That came in the fifth. Here's the 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not, says first base umpire Nate Tomlinson.
Favorite part of that bunt was all the chaos he created. Mets just didn't have a defense for it.
Yeah, he had a little action on that bunt as well. 1 ball, 2 strike count. And that's going to miss down and away. Another changeup from the Met right-hander. That looked like one of Chris's golf shots heading up to the green. Thing hit the grass and spun back about 3 or 4 inches.
Yes, it did.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Brazoban turns it loose. Swing and a miss. Got him with a cutter, 1 down.
Were you able to manipulate the ball like that when you played golf?
No, I just tried to kill it.
Something about that doesn't really surprise me.
I wanted to see how far I could hit it.
That doesn't
Not
doesn't
how
work.
accurate.
That doesn't work very well when you're approaching the green.
No, it doesn't. Here's J.J. Bleday. He'll take a fastball up and in. 96 right up around his hands. Bleday aboard in that first inning. Both he and Dunn walked to open the Reds' bottom of the first before Stewart hit the 3-run homer. Swing and a miss. Changeup right up around the belt. He was quite a bit early on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Brazoban readies. He'll turn it loose. Swing and a miss. Changeup downstairs. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Brazoban eyeballing the catcher Alvarez. And the pitch. Just a bit high. A backdoor cutter. No challenge for the Mets. That was over with 1 out in the second inning. They have not had a challenge since. It's 2 ball, 2 strike count. Bleday readies. That'll miss downstairs. And that'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Several changeups from Brazoban. That is his main secondary pitch here in this at bat to Bleday. 3-2 coming. Another changeup, and that is ball 4. So the second walk of the night that Bleday has drawn. And here's Sal Stewart, who the Mets have not gotten out here tonight. And now home plate umpire Carlos Torres has had about all he wants to hear from that Mets dugout. And here comes, I'm not sure who that is.
That's Mendoza. I don't know if he already threw somebody out of this game or what.
Mendoza's saying, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything.
Well, he's about ready to get himself run if he hasn't already.
It looks like Mendoza is trying to spark his bunch, and he is now out of the ball game.
I would imagine this probably feels pretty good for Carlos Mendoza. He's probably had a little steam built up for a while that he needs to let loose.
He's getting his money's worth.
Yeah, he is. Why wouldn't you?
As he finishes his argument, we will pause for identification here on the Reds Radio Network. And Carlos Mendoza is still arguing. Actually, Mendoza is still arguing with Carlos Torres. He's already been thrown out of the ball game, and that happened a bit ago. And now he will head into the third base dugout to a bit of cheering from the Reds faithful. Runner at first base is J.J. Bleday. It actually looked like home plate umpire Carlos Torres threw a few folks out of the ball game.
You're gone.
I mean,
you're gone, and now you're gone.
he pumped that finger into the air 2 or 3 times, and then when Mendoza came out, he did it again.
Oh, man.
So here's Sal Stewart. Runner at first is Bleday. 1 down here in the Reds' 7th. And he'll take a changeup over the inside corner. That is strike one.
I guess we'll wait and find out who got kicked out.
Doesn't look any more vacant in the third base dugout. Save for one. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that's a fastball, and that is going to be challenged by Sal Stewart.
Oh, well, he wanted to. Carlos Mendoza said nope.
I thought he tapped his helmet. No ball, like 2 strike count.
I'm glad he didn't, because that would have been a strike.
It was a fastball just at the bottom of the strike zone. Brazoban comes back to the set and to the plate. And a quick throw down to first base, and diving back in safely is Blade. But Stewart is rung up for strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring Dane Myers to the plate. Of course, Dane Myers came in to pinch hit in the 5th for Nathaniel Lowe. And he is now your new designated hitter. Brazoban to the plate. Fastball, strike 1 at 98, and that was right down Broadway. Picked to first, and they've got Blade picked off. Throw from first to second. Now the throw back to first, and they will tag Blade. Better hold on. They got 2 innings to do it. 5-3 Reds. Tommy's coming back. On to the 8th we go. Right here on the Reds Radio Network. Reds will reach back into the bullpen. It'll be T.J. Antone. He is our Reds Wober's Mustard pitching change. Wober's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it. Well, Antone coming on here in the 8th. This will be his 17th ball game, a 3.24 ERA.
He goes to work against Marcus Semien. First pitch to Semien is a strike on the inside corner. I had a little bit of that Wober's Mustard on my hot dog today.
Did you now?
That was good. Semien singled and scored in the 6th. 0-1 on the inside corner, called strike. Antone ready. Now he deals the 0-2 pitch to Semien, and it's up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Semien, Beatty, and Vientos for the Mets here in the 8th inning. Reds are up 5-3, trying to hold on tonight. Make it back-to-back wins. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball up and away. It's a 2 ball, 2 strike count. If the Reds are able to win tonight, the Reds will have a pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. 3 wins in their last 4 games. They won the middle game of that series against the Diamondbacks. Got to hold on, though, and win this one. Antone's ready. The count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch just a little bit low on the outside corner of that fastball. And the count runs full on Semien. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Antone out of the stretch all the time. Here he comes. And he misses badly with a cutter outside. So down to first base goes Semien. And the Mets have 1 on with nobody out here in the 8th inning. Brett Beatty will come to the plate, who's been hit twice and struck out. Antone, the pause. Now the first pitch to Beatty. He swings and bounces it foul up the first base line for strike 1.
Well, unless you get a double play here in this inning, you have guaranteed that Juan Soto will come to the plate in the top of the 9th.
That's one of those things that you try to avoid. You would like to have tried to avoid facing him and Bichette.
Well, you had Bichette no matter what, even if you got him 3 up, 3 down.
0-1 the count on Beatty. Antone sets. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball off the outside corner. Stevenson wants to challenge. You got 2. Let's find out.
The catcher's a challenge, they call a ball.
Survey says ball. Just off the inside corner.
The Reds have 1 challenge remaining.
Outside corner, the left-handed hitter. Reds still have 1 left. One on, nobody out. Beatty back in there again. The right-hander comes set. Now the 1-1 pitch. And Beatty tied up with a breaking ball inside. Cut on and missed. And it's 1-2 now on Beatty. Antone eyeballing the runner at first. From the belt, the 1-2. And he missed high and outside of the fastball. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Antone's got to start finding the strike zone soon. He walked the leadoff man and Semien. That's why he's at first. The 2-2 pitch. Off the inside corner of the breaking ball. And it's a full count, 3-2. Times are getting a bit anxious now here at Great American Ballpark in this 8th inning. Antone's payoff. High and wide, ball 4.
Do you still have that fasten your seatbelt card?
Yeah,
you may want to read that again.
Ohio Department of Public Safety says to buckle up. Make sure you stay tuned after the game. It'll have the Toyota Tundra star of the game. And Matt Tracy, Reds acting pitching coach, will jog out of the mound right now and try to remind TJ Antone of where the strike zone is. Sometimes you need a refresher. 2 on, nobody out. MJ Melendez would be the scheduled batter. He was lifted for Mark Vientos in the 6th inning. All Vientos did was blast a 2-run pinch hit home run. Pulled the Mets within 2. They have 2 on. So the tying run's over at first base. Go ahead run at the plate.
Still looking for that double play.
Now's as good a time as ever for it. Antone sets, and here he comes, the first pitch to Vientos. Low, ball 1. Fastball down. Of course, you have Francisco Alvarez on deck, who nobody hits into more double plays than that guy. Shirts are off in the bleachers out in left field. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, Vientos was swinging out of his shoes and ran out of bat. Now he wants time and backs out of the box. 1-1 on Vientos. And you take a strikeout here, wouldn't you? And then see if you can get a double play. Zach Maxwell's loosening in the Reds bullpen. Antone ready. Look back at second. Now to the plate, the 1-1. Swung on. Foul, right side. Off the facade of the upper deck and down into the seats below. 1-2 on Vientos. TJ Antone is the Reds' 4th pitcher of the game. The 1-2. And that's off the outside corner. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Vientos. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So there's the strikeout. Now the double play would be rather large. But at any rate, at this point, you're definitely going to have to face Soto in the 9th inning, even if you get a double play. So with Bichette and Soto both due to bat in that 9th inning, it will be no picnic. They might bat before that. You hope not. First ball swinging. Alvarez fouls it back for strike 1. Alvarez has been on all 3 times he's come to the plate as the Mets number 9 hitter. He singled back in the 3rd, and then he's walked twice since. And time called, and Francisco Alvarez will back out of the box. Oh, 0-1 the count on Alvarez. 2 on, 1 out. Antone. From the belt, home with the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back, and it's 0-2. I don't know about you, but I would prefer double play ball over strikeout.
That's where I'm at.
Here's Antone's 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Got him with a breaking ball down and away. He'll take the strikeout. Now you go back to the top of the order.
If my seatbelt gets any tighter, I'm going to choke myself.
Why have the whole seat when you only need the edge, right? So now back to the top of the order. Here's Carson Bench. Left-handed hitter is 0 for 4 tonight. A strikeout his last time up, and he swings the first pitch here. Bounces it foul outside the first base coach's box where Gilbert Gomez watches it. Bounce by. 0-1 on Bench. Simeon at second. Beatty at first. 2 outs. 5-3 Reds in the 8th. Bichette's next. Here's Antone's 0-1 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to second. Arroyo has it. Flips it over to Stewart. In part of the inning. The Mets strand them both. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Reds 5, Mets 3 on the Reds Radio Network.
To live the life you want to live, Western and Southern is here to help you figure it all out. Our ever-expanding range of life insurance, retirement, and investment solutions are designed to do all the outworking, outthinking, and outperforming so you can outdream. We'll do the heavy lifting to help protect your family's financial future, grow your wealth, and to help make your dreams happen. Western and Southern, life insurance, retirement, and investments. Visit westernsouthern.com to get started today.
Ever smiling, ever gentle on my mind.
Reds fans, the MLB season's in full swing, and FanDuel is giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game, and if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. FanDuel, an official partner of the Cincinnati Reds. 21 plus and present in Ohio. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Hello, this is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hey, I dreamed I'd be ready for college way ahead of time.
And now you're way behind?
Yes, and I have no idea how I'll get it all done on time and in my budget.
Well, luckily, IKEA has everything you need to make it your space on your budget. And with everything ready to take away from our stores with Click and Collect, it's easier than ever.
That's convenient.
Exactly. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however at IKEA.us. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
Hi, this is Tim O'Connell, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, Senior Vice President of Ballpark Operations at the Cincinnati Reds. From the first pitch to the final out, FBM ensures every seat shines. Our custodial teams keep ballpark spotless so fans can focus on the game and not the grime.
Right-hander Luke Weaver into the ball game in a Mets uniform. Last 16 appearances spanning 18 innings, he has not allowed a run. Tonight's Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge contestant, that would be Tanya Raznick from Middletown, Ohio. And if a home run hit by a Reds player during tonight's game hits the Toyota hit and win sign, that's out in right center field. Well, Tanya, you win a brand new Built in the USA 2026 Tundra, all courtesy of your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Tanya Raznick from Middletown. Good luck.
The former Red ready to go to work here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3 Reds lead it. Weaver into his windup. First pitch. Low on the outside corner. Former Yankee closer trying to give the Mets a chance here in the 9th inning, or in the 9th inning, or in the 8th. The 1-0 pitch, and it's low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes on Dane Myers. He's got the longest active scoreless inning streak in the big leagues right now. You know what they say about streaks. 2-0 pitch. Myers a little late on that fastball. Came up empty on the swing, and the count's 2-1. Myers ahead of the count. He was up when J.J. Bleday was picked off first base last inning. Went down as a caught stealing officially. Here's the 2-1. And a ground ball down the third base line, but foul. Suarez will be next, and then Spencer Steer. Reds trying to play add-on late in this one. Tony Santillan loosening now in the Reds bullpen to get ready for the 9th. Myers waiting on the right-hander Weaver. And the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him over the outside corner. Myers thought about challenging and decided not to. He doesn't have a great record of challenges, and that pitch was probably a strike also, shaving the edge. Would have been close. Would have been very close. Probably too close to take. He didn't challenge, and now with one out, here's Eugenio Suarez. Weaver deals. Suarez comes up empty. Strike 1. Suarez has struck out all 3 times he's been up there tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Down and away. For some guys, when they go to the bullpen, it's more of the same. And it just doesn't quite work out for him. For Luke Weaver, it has revived his career. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weaver's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Changeup. Suarez comes up empty, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes.
That section out there in left field is growing by the second.
Quickly. It's like a swarm. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Suarez down on strikes for the 4th time tonight. 2 away here in the 8th inning. And the batter will be Spencer Steer. Nobody on and 2 outs in the 8th. You know how when bees swarm, it gets big in a hurry? It's kind of what that reminds me of. Here's the first pitch to Spencer Steer. And it's outside for ball 1.
Well, I would imagine when we head to the next inning, they're going to get real loud.
I hope so. That would be great. They're pretty boisterous as it is, the 1-0. Swing and a miss by Spencer Steer. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's fun to have a section like that at a baseball game.
Yes, it is.
Or a whole stadium like that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the right side, out of play. The ball and 2 strikes on Steer. Nobody on, 2 away. Weaver struck out the first 2, and now he has Steer down. A ball and 2 strikes. Weaver looks in, and the right-hander's home with the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes out the side here in the 8th. On to the 9th. Reds 5, Mets 3. Reds trying to hold on the Reds Radio Network.
Tony Santillan is into the ball game, and he is. Tony Santillan is into the ball game, and he has come on to close it out for the Reds. He is our Reds Wilbur's Mustard pitching change. Wilbur's Mustard. Let's put some mustard on it.
Well, all he's got to do is get Bo Bichette, Juan Soto, and then Eric Wagaman. Reds are up by 2. 5-3, 9th inning. Hey, Reds fans, Kroger gives you more ways to save. Low prices in every aisle, digital coupons in the app, and fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. Kroger, official grocery partner of the Reds. Santillan, last 5 appearances have been scoreless. 3 hits over 4 innings with 3 strikeouts. Santillan ready to go against Bichette. First pitch on the way, and he takes strike 1. Bichette extended his hit streak to 6 games with his 3rd inning single. He's singled twice tonight. He's 2 for 4. 3 hits last night. Santillan home with the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Santillan. And Cowboy, that is not something we've been able to say a whole lot of lately.
Well, I think Santillan has really worked at it a lot. He's made some adjustments with the pitching staff. And those last 2 breaking balls are what we're used to seeing.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball down and away, and Bichette checked his swing in time. Started to go, but didn't offer. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bichette. Still way ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Santillan fires. Swing, and somehow Bichette fought off the fastball and stays alive. That was an emergency swing if I ever saw one. It was in on his knuckles off the plate, and Bichette somehow spoiled it. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Bichette. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a breaking ball away. 1 down here in the 9th inning.
That's a bit of an exhale.
Juan Soto can hit it to Kentucky if he wants, and it doesn't matter. A huge first out here in the inning. Soto is 0 for 3 with a walk. He was struck out twice. Flew out to center field his last time up. Santillan to Soto. First pitch, swing and a miss. Way late on a high fastball, strike 1.
That's the Santillan fastball of last year. That pitch came in at 97 with a little ride to it.
0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Too high with a fastball upstairs. The count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. That time, Soto laid off pretty easily. Reds have struck out 10 tonight. The 1-1. And Soto swings and fouls it back. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Copyrighted broadcast presented by authority, the Cincinnati Reds. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. This copyright reminder is provided by Dinsmore, the official legal counsel of the Reds. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Soto. And now Santillan getting a warning from home plate umpire Carlos Torres that Soto wasn't alert to the pitcher, so couldn't start his delivery. Now he is, and Santillan sets. Here is the 1-2 pitch to Soto. And the breaking ball dives down and in. He lays off 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reds struck out 11 last night. Santillan trying to put Soto in the books for strikeout number 11 tonight. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, and he fouls back a high fastball. Holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Devin Williams getting ready in the Mets bullpen just in case. The right-hander from the belt. Again, the 2-2 to Soto. Swing, and it's a soft tapper back up the first baseline. Santillan has it, throws it right into the back of Soto, and he will reach. So Soto is aboard. That'll go as a 1-out single for Juan Soto. Now let's pause for station identification on the Reds Radio Network. Santillan's throw hits Soto right in his left arm. He's at first base. 1 out. Eric Wagaman to the plate. Quick pick to first, and Soto's back easily. Soto can run. He does have 6 stolen bases. He's been caught 3 times. Now there's not a whole lot of benefit to him running here unless they just want to try to stay out of the double play. Santillan comes set. Now the right-hander's first pitch to Eric Wagaman. Good breaking ball in there for strike one. Wagaman came off the bench and got a 2-out pinch hit single in the 7th. From the belt, the 0-1. Another breaking ball that dives down too low. Santillan from the belt. And the right-hander home with the 1-1 pitch to Wagaman. And it's up and away. Fastball missing badly. 2 balls and a strike. Well, you got to attack Wagaman just like you did Bichette and Soto even, for that matter. Can't let up now that Soto's on, and you're done with that Bichette-Soto 1-2 punch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and boy, Wagaman with a huge bailout of Santillan there, chasing a breaking ball way off the outside corner. And I don't know that that pitch was ever a strike.
Well, it was in the eyes of Wagaman, and that's all that matters here in the ballpark tonight.
Amen. 2-2 on Wagaman. Soto away from first. Here comes Santillan's 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He blew a fastball by him. Strike 3. Eric Wagaman down on strikes. 2 down in the 9th inning. And that's 11 strikeouts by Reds pitching, which means free pizza again from our friends at La Rosa's. Just use your Reds ticket code at larosas.com/Reds for the coupon code for a free small 1-topping pizza from La Rosa's. It's up to the Ohio native, A.J. Ewing, at the plate, trying to keep this game alive for the Mets. First pitch to Ewing, and it's a breaking ball on the outside corner at the knees for a called strike. 0-1 on the Springboro native.
It's a free strike in the first inning. It's a free strike in the ninth. A little backdoor slider.
Beautiful pitch. 0-1 the count. Now Santillan to the plate with the 0-1, and Ewing takes Sloan inside. The count is even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santillan comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball up and away. Soto to second on defensive indifference. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ewing. Santillan from the belt to the plate, the 1-2 pitch. Bouncer over the mound, handled by McLean behind second. From the second base side, throw to first. Big stretch in time, they got him. And that's it. Reds win it 5-3 over the Mets. They hold on and have claimed the series win over New York. It snaps the 5-series losing streak. And the Reds have now won 4 straight series against the Mets for the first time since the 94-95 seasons.
Tell you what, the old Tony Santillan is back.
Oh, boy, is he ever. And he looked untouchable tonight. Reds win it 5-3 over New York, and we're back to wrap it up right after this on the Reds Radio Network.
Join the Reds June 22nd through the 24th as they battle